United started their third season back in the Premiership with great optimism after their great escape in May.
All I was thinking about was, let's hope this never has to happen again. To be going into the last game of the season, needing a result to stay up. We got out of it, and all I was thinking about was the pre-season. There was going to be a change round of players, and not having to endure another relegation situation, and that was firmly on my mind.
Alan Curbishley immediately threw himself into the transfer market, shopping for 6 players who had every chance of making their mark on the Premier League for the Hammers in 2007-8.
Scott Parker became available. No hesitation in signing Scott. As I said earlier, the right criteria, the right age, right character, right experience. Champions League with Chelsea, European football with Newcastle, and I knew him. So I was delighted with that. So that was the first. We then went for Craig Bellamy. Vast experience, Champions League, European football. And someone who wanted to go in behind back defences and create them sort of problems. And so that was another one that came in, Julien Faubert, who, like Parker, like Bellamy, right age, quick, offensive, and just been on the fringes of the French team, and someone that was desperate to come to us. He could have gone to Roma, could have gone to Glasgow Rangers, and decided on us. As the pre-season got underway, Kieran Dyer became available. Kieran Dyer had all the criteria the others had got. The right age again, who recently had played for England at Wembley against Brazil and got over his hamstring injury and scored 10 goals for Newcastle. So I was delighted to bring him in, and Freddie Ljungberg, who I thought would bring us the experience that we'd need, certainly at Upton Park, to break people down, people that came, got behind the ball and asked us a few questions. I knew he could play on the right, I knew he could play on the left. To be honest, he came in after Julian got injured, so that was in my thinking as well. So, that was another signing that I was hoping would be offensive and would unlock defences. The transfer window was closing, and I was actually sitting there at the time with Parker, Faubert, long-termers, Kieran Dyer, long-term, Bellamy and Zamora struggling a little bit, and we had to, perhaps so early on, bring some reinforcements in, and we got Nobby Solano in at the last minute. Them players that we brought in would be around for the 3 or 4 years and be attractive. If we had a decent season, then would attract other players to the club.
Curbishley's first Premiership 11 showed 6 changes from the side that appeared at Old Trafford in May, with debuts for Freddie Ljungberg and Lee Bellamy.
Morte. Challenged by Didi Hamann. City on the move here. This is Ilano. It's a positive burst from him. Oh, and Bianchi will score. And 2 of Sven's new signings combined to give Manchester City the lead. Ilano surged the made-to-measure cross, and Bianchi with the finish. Floated in there by Zamora. Oh, what an escape for City. Etherington's cross. Dangerously again, and Ashton sees a golden chance drift by. Stepping in again. This is young Johnson. Manua, certainly quick if he's allowed to get into gear, and he certainly has here. Oh, it's a great run by the fullback. Cheered up for Giovanni! That'll seal it for City. It's another debutant, and it's going to be a win on the opening day. Anua makes it, and Giovanni, the Brazilian, applies the finish.
We played really good football, not 90 minutes. We didn't. We suffered as well, but we started very well. And I think the last 15-20 we did very well again.
It's such a choker because you work all pre-season and you look forward to the opening game, and everyone was obviously up for it. But we started off tentatively and it got worse. And after Man City scored, it was difficult for us then to get back in the game.
Despite the home defeat, West Ham travelled to St Andrews to meet Steve Bruce's newly promoted Birmingham City at a ground where they'd enjoyed considerable success in recent years.
Trying to get the flick. This is Bellamy. It's a good ball in behind. Well, Kieran Dyer feels he should have had a penalty. Certainly an outstretched arm from Stephen Kelly. Will be Noble to hit. Doyle probably had it covered, but the woodwork was struck. Through the wall, which wasn't the most formidable. Nice touch. That's Dyer. On for Bellamy. Keeper's come. And the referee has given a penalty. Well, Doyle can't quite believe it, but he got nowhere near the ball. So it's Noble against Doyle. Never a doubt, and Mark Noble gives West Ham the lead. Such confidence from the young man.
The keeper came and committed himself, and once he does that, he's got to make sure he gets the ball, and he didn't get the ball. And the linesman gave it straight away. I looked at Mark Halsey, and he looked straight across at the linesman, who didn't give the penalty in the first half, if it was the same one, but he gave the penalty there. You know, we take that because you know what it's like during the season. You're going to get some, and you're not going to get some.
Next up were Hammer's fellow strugglers in the relegation mire at the end of the previous season, Wigan, a side who'd never been beaten at Upton Park in the Premiership.
Jagger Hauer. Strike deflected. That's good persistence. Kumas goes for goal. Well, wasn't very far away either. Was Noble with the initial strike. And second time of asking too. Let's go up, it's Schana. Oh, that's a brilliant goal. Absolutely superb goal from the Austrian, and Wigan lead at Upton Park. Morte. Ashton trying to bustle his way through. He'll be teed up. Lee Bowyer finds the net. West Ham level.
We've got back in it. Well, it depends how you see it. You know, I think that perhaps a point each looks a fair result. I just think over the course of the whole 90 minutes, we perhaps edged it, but you'd expect that from the team being at home.
I think we had a majority of the chances in the first half, and I think we had a couple of disallowed goals. When I came on, I had a half chance, which was just behind me, from Barmorty, and he slipped me in at the end. So overall, I think we deserve to win, but a point's better than nothing.
I feel really good. You know, I feel raring to go. You know, I'm just ready to be sort of let loose. But at the moment, you know, I've got to be patient and wait for my turn, and because the strikers are very good strikers we've got here.
I think we could all see that you were itching to score, but in fact all three of Alan's subs were involved in the equaliser, weren't they?
Yeah, and I think that's important that, you know, that we look as strong as a squad as we can, and players that come on want to do well, and you know, that's what you got to try and do as subs, is come on and make an impact, and you know, luckily we did today.
You know, walking out for the first time as captain of West Ham was a great honour. Beating Man United, beating Liverpool, beating my old club Blackburn twice. There's a few semi-highlight, like minor highlights, but I suppose just being announced captain of West Ham was a major point in my career.
The Carling Cup produced a mouth-watering prospect for Craig Bellamy to face the club he was on the books of as a boy, Bristol Rovers.
Campbell, dispossessed. Now then, this might be more profitable for West Ham if they can do it quickly. Bellamy! Oh yes! There's his first West Ham United goal! And it comes against the club where he started as a boy aged 9.
Wow, what a strike by Craig Bellamy. We had a little bit of a warning shot earlier on. He tried to have a strike from a long way out, but it got blocked. But he signalled his intent that he was going to shoot on sight, but it's Campbell gives the ball away, and Mullen does very well. And once he's got you turned and running at you, he's a dangerous customer. And look at that for a strike. He is such a long way out. But Mullins makes it, does ever so well. Bellamy's still got a lot to do here, but full of confidence, confident enough in his own ability. And really, Steve Phillips in the goal doesn't really get anywhere near it. It's such a good strike.
That's a great moment for Craig Bellamy. Just once or twice, Bristol Rovers have got Joe Jacobson in on the left-hand side. Maybe that could be an avenue for them. Neil, long and straight. Bellamy, who's got the speed, of course. Goalkeeper thought about coming, he didn't, and Bellamy makes him pay with another one. It's his night so far. Craig Bellamy, 2, and West Ham United sitting pretty.
Well, I hate to say it, but I'm not one to criticise goalkeepers very often, but I think Steve Phillips has made a huge, huge miscalculation here, because it's just a long punt upfield. And what happens is in two minds whether to come or go, and in the end he does neither one nor the other. He leaves himself absolutely wide open. Just a long ball straight down the middle. Once he doesn't come, I think if he comes out early, he just gathers that ball in his hands and it's an easy pick-up, and his team are only 1 down. But he's going to be very disappointed. I think you can tell by his facial expression it's a big mistake by Steve Phillips.
Bristol Rovers come up with an equaliser here.
Well, what a piece of skill.
Andy Williams is who's got it as well. Splendid piece of skill, and that's what they bought him for.
Well, West Ham have got this all under control. It's just a little flick on. He's got his back to goal, but look at that for a turn. Absolutely leaves Anton Ferdinand for dead. And look at that composure outside of the right foot. He's got his back to goal. There's no danger here, but look, fantastic skill. What a finish.
Tremendous piece of work. Second goal this season as well.
Probably the worst thing that happened to us today with Kieran, you know. He's one of my best mates, and to see what happened to him probably overshadows the result, if I know, you know, for me personally, because he's not just, you know, one of my best friends. He's an outstanding player, and obviously a player we just signed, and it looks like he's going to be out for a while. He's an outstanding player. If he's fit, he's you know, he's very few can stop him. But you know, it's just one of those things that happened. I haven't seen a challenge. I haven't seen anything on it. I don't know. You know, it looked more of a collision to me, but the end result is devastating for us as a team, because we've lost, obviously, through this season, one of our main players.
West Ham ended August in 14th position with a Premiership full hand, 1 win, 1 draw and 1 defeat, an identical beginning to their previous 2 seasons, but this time with a 100% away record to preserve.
We've ended up taking 4 points from 3 games, 2 of them at home, so you're a little bit disappointed. I mean, if you'd have got 6 points, that would have found yourself in the top 6, top 5, but it wasn't to be. But you know, there's two significant weeks early on in the season which stick out in my mind. The first one was the third week in July when we lost Fulbert and we lost Parker, and then the next week was the last week in August where we went to Bristol Rovers. We ended up playing Craig Bellamy, Kieran Dyer and Bobby Zamora, and we lost the three of them that game or after that game.
Last season's 6-0 drubbing at the Madejski Stadium was one memory Alan Kirbishley definitely wanted to forget. And to that end, he had Dean Ashton making his first start of the season and a 100% away record to defend.
Reading on the attack then. But this is Bowyer. Now Bellamy sent away. Craig Bellamy inside the area. What a finish by Craig Bellamy. Superb goal by Craig Bellamy, puts West Ham United in front. It was a lovely ball by Bowyer, then Bellamy used his pace and the accuracy was tremendous. West Ham to defend this one. Hunt hits the bar. Well, they were close to getting an equaliser there. Stephen Hunt, the ball rattling full against the crossbar. Now West Ham with numbers forward here. This is a lovely 1-2. Etherington, and Matthew Etherington scores his first goal of the season, and West Ham United go 2 up. Lovely little 1-2 with Bellamy, and an excellent finish. Kitson in the danger area. What's the referee given? He's given a penalty. Mr. Webb points to the spot. The ball nudged on by the substitute Kitson. Green brought him down. Now, can he make amends perhaps? Doyle shot saved. Still some defending to do for West Ham, but they've done it successfully. Good save from Green. He knew which way it was going. He guessed right. Now Etherington in oceans of space here. Shoots and scores! Matthew Etherington's second of the game. Reading 0, West Ham United 3.
Craig scored a fantastic goal, and then really Reading put us under a lot of pressure, but we always looked as if we was going to hit him on a break, and I lost count of the chances we had, and I didn't think it was going to come along, but we're delighted with the result, delighted with the performance.
Three away wins for the Hammers couldn't disguise the disappointment midway through September of failing to secure a home win. Perhaps the visit of Middlesbrough would change all that.
Boateng stops, checks. Ball out from Rochenbach. Neat play from Middlesbrough. Ball into Mido. Aliadier, he's in space! Off the inside of the post and cleared away. The man who enjoyed a short loan spell at Upton Park himself had a real chance to put Middlesbrough ahead. Thought he'd done it, escaped the offside trap, but hit the post. Lovely ball from Bowyer. Out to Cole. On the left side. Neat looking cross. Schwartz's punch, but Noble has put it wide. So it was a weak punch from the Middlesbrough keeper. Another good move from West Ham. Good deep cross from Cole that put Schwarzer under pressure. Ashton out the way, but Noble stubbed his toe. Expectation for West Ham's first home win. Neat head on, looking for Ashton. Really found the space though, Dean Ashton. Hasn't scored, of course, since the cup final. Ball in from Cole. That's a fabulous goal from West Ham, and Lee Bowyer has scored it. It'll be worth looking again. Look at this move. Measured pass from Mullins. Cole into Bowyer.
first time strike. The header, he set it up like a training ground routine, really. And Bowyer caught that beautifully. Now Carlton Cole again. On the right, so much he can do. Plays it in there, Luke Young! And not for the first time a Middlesbrough player has put through his own net at Upton Park. Did look like it was going to be a goal anyway. But hard to take for Middlesbrough. It's 2 in 5 minutes. Cole again beginning it. But Young through his own net. Dear oh dear. Schwartz are left stranded. Really have to bring the side out now. And he's got away here. The substitute Tunke's hit the bar. Well, he seemed to have done everything right. It was a lovely ball through from Arca, but Green just tall enough to prevent him keeping the ball down and getting a goal for Middlesbrough. Rochenbach. Still plenty in this game for Middlesbrough. Looking it out wide. Stuart Downing. And he's in again, Tunke! This time it's Green who saves the Hammers. He could have had 2 in 5 minutes. But Green stretched himself, a great save. Mullins. Back in the first team and very much looking the part is Etherington. On the left, puts it in, Cole lets it go, and Ashton! Dean Ashton! It's his first goal since the 2006 FA Cup final against Liverpool, and that's what it means to him. Lovely finish. Etherington put the ball in. Ashton arriving late, timed his run perfectly, and West Ham have 3.
We got the perfect start in the second half, then quickly went into 2-0 and then tried to commit suicide a little bit, but Greeny pulled us out of the hat on a couple of occasions.
As good as West Ham's home record was against Middlesbrough, St James's Park and a partisan crowd of 40,000 Geordies would always provide Alan Kirbishley's men with a real challenge.
There's James Milner, and it's a smart pass to Nzogbia. Viduka! 1-0 Newcastle, and Mark Viduka's first goal at St James's Park. And the throw from Lucas Neal, it's causing problems in there. This is Carlton Cole, it's Ashton! It's 1-1. Dean Ashton's second goal in as many games. It was a long throw from Lucas Neal that caused all the problems. They just couldn't get it clear. Will take nothing away from the finish by Ashton. Charles Nzogbia might just get there first. He has. Viduka waits in the middle. Viduka! Bundled home by the Australian international. Newcastle might just hit West Ham on the counter-attack here. It's Alan Smith. Obafemi Martins. Smith's waiting for it, so's Nzogbia! What a game he's having. He's set up 2, and now he's got his own goal.
West Ham's next opponents in the Carling Cup were Ian Holloway's Plymouth Argyle, a game that gave Scott Parker, now recovered from injury, his first team debut for the club.
Barmorty. Mullins came off Mullins. Barmorty's through! And he's put it wide. The West Ham's best chance so far. Almost an unintentional 1-2 with Mullins, who was trying to control the ball, but it worked for West Ham, and it certainly worked for Barmorty. 2 neat touches, bit of good fortune, but missed when it counted. Chance goes begging.
Mullins again, he's been pretty much everywhere. Ljungberg. On to Dean Ashton, hits it well. And McCormick fisted it away. Enterprising from Ashton, great ball from Ljungberg. Good save from the Plymouth keeper. Now, out to Kyle Reid on his favoured left foot. Bowyer! He got no power and no direction, really. It's a lovely cross. The two substitutes teaming up to get that chance there, but another one goes begging. So Lucas Neal, and it does look increasingly like extra time. Reid is out wide here, onto his right, to Dean Ashton! Ashton has done it in injury time! Heartbreak for Plymouth, but it looks like the fourth round for West Ham. Great strike from Ashton, Hammers finally ahead. A last gasp winner from Ashton was a relief for Alan Kirbishley, as well as Dean Ashton's third goal in 3 games. But could the Hammers raise their game against the current Premier League leaders Arsenal? This way going that. Parker. McCartney. Come to Ashton and Ljungberg! Happy to grab it. It would be such a story if Freddie could score today. Close there. McCartney. Ashton, the target man again. He's done well, Ashton. Here in the end, not really trouble, but for a moment, really did look promising. He took Senderos out so easily. Turn to enjoy a little bit of possession. Adebayor. Ferdinand standing with him. All the way. Klebber is the spare man. That's Van Persie! And Arsenal with the first real attack of the game. West Ham. 3 successive wins over Arsenal. That's not a great tackle from Noble. Oh. The knee's gone there, and Alan Wiley issuing a yellow card, not surprisingly. Doesn't look to be much of Mark Noble, but he certainly showed his strength and weight there. That's Van Persie! Could have had a second, and Green was waving at thin air there. So could have been 2 up. Positioning was great. In fact, Green got a touch. I did him a disservice. It's a wonderful save. Now Mullins, it'll come out to Bowyer. Polish going for it, Ashton! And the goal gaping in front of him. And Ashton found Almunia's arms, and it seemed easier to score. Neal. Lucas Neal, Ashton again, looking for the touch on, and here's Ljungberg! It's 1-1! But no, it won't count. And Freddie's dream is denied again. You can see, well, it's a tight decision. Rarely goes in favour of the striker, you find on those occasions. Van Persie again, Adebayor! Well, Green taking up again where he left off at the Emirates with another sensational save to deny Arsenal a second. It's a lovely ball from Van Persie.
Arsenal have come in today. I was expecting a bit of a game. I don't think we give them that in the first half. They got the perfect start, scoring early on, and got their game plan going. So in the second half we got much more into it, and who knows? Freddie's goal I don't think was offside. And Dean Ashton had a decent chance, and you need to take him against Arsenal.
Result great because it's a traditionally difficult place for us, and the performance good because we didn't concede a goal. We managed well the physical game West Ham gave us, and became more and more audacious through the game. And in the second half, we felt we missed the second goal. We can improve in certain areas where didn't take our chances on the second goal. But overall, it's a great performance, great team performance again today.
September delivered 6 points in the first 2 games, followed by 2 Premiership defeats at the hands of Newcastle and Arsenal. Though a cup win and 3 consecutive strikes from the fans' hero Dean Ashton was enough to keep the Upton Park faithful happy.
At that time, we had no Bellamy, no Dyer, no Parker, no Fulbert, and it was just a painful thing. But we were picking up results. We had a decent month. And we nestled, I think, in mid-table. I think 10th position in September, and with it all to play for still.
West Ham's last victory at Villa Park had been in the semi-final of the FA Cup the previous year against Middlesbrough. But as far as Aston Villa were concerned, Martin O'Neill was beginning to establish a formidable regime at the West Midlands club. It would take some overcoming.
This is Young for Villa. Good play by Young. Turns it in. Missed by Gabriel Agbonlahor. He missed it completely. Well, he'd be disappointed with that. It was good work by Young. Cross coming in dangerously. Turned in. But the referee has spotted a handball there. Everington's ball in. And there it was. Well spotted by the referee, and the goal ruled out. Now free kick for Villa. And it's blasted home by Craig Gardner. Well, he scored his first goal of the season in the last game, the 4-4 draw with Spurs. And he's got another one here. Martin O'Neill delighted, Alan Kirbishley not so. Lundberg now for West Ham United. Neil back to Lundberg. Flicked in dangerously, they're not dealing with that one, and that was a chance. Well, it was a chance for Carlton Cole there. The substitute should have done better. They got in each other's way, really, the Villa defenders. Play on, says the referee, as Lundberg turns it into Cole, who just drifts it over the top. Well, he thrashes the ground in frustration, Carlton Cole, but he couldn't have done much more with that one. Just helped it on, but just over the crossbar. Now chance here for Villa. This is Agbonlahor to seal it. But the goalkeeper stood up well, Green. Agbonlahor fired it in a pace, but Green managed to get the deflection over the crossbar. Aston Villa 1, West Ham United 0.
West Ham came roaring back at us in the second half, as befits a good side. And for us to see the game through and not concede, I suppose, a last-minute goal or in the last 10 minutes or anything like that, there was good news for us. And so, obviously, delayed.
Roy Keane's masterful management at Sunderland, taking them into the Premier League at the first attempt, didn't hide the fact that the Mackems had experienced some of their soundest thrashings at Upton Park in the last few decades, and West Ham hadn't won in the league for over a month.
The cross and Kenwyne Jones, he got above everybody. What a dangerous striker he is. There was a lovely cross. Jones did well, he couldn't keep it down. Mullins, different kind of game against Sunderland. Here's McCartney. Round his man, that's not a bad cross. That's not a bad header either! And Carlton Cole has put West Ham ahead.
He got up well, kept the ball down. So, Ledbetter. Jones is up! It was coming! If anyone deserved a goal, he did! He looks so dangerous. Look at this above Upson, a good foot above Upson. Sunderland level. Jones again with a header. Ledbetter off the post. It's a great save from Green. Ledbetter made Jones's goal. And sees his shot come back off the post. Belmorty. Cole is up with him. Solano. Oh, and it's in. It's an own goal of Craig Gordon. How unlucky can you get? Solano, Louis Solano, could have been his first goal for West Ham, but off Craig Gordon's boot, and West Ham in front again. Right at the end, could they find a third? McCartney against his old club, he's played so well today. Barmorty, Bellamy! It's safe now for West Ham in injury time. McCartney, great ball, Barmorty did well, but look at the finish from Bellamy.
Topsy-turvy near the end, but we got the result, and we'll think about what we're going to do next week. But we've got to enjoy it. I've just said to the players, we've won the game. Enjoy it as much as you can. 3 big points for us.
Obviously, maybe deserve something out of the game, but that's football, and we did give away a couple of sloppy goals, and we got the punishment we probably deserve, because that's what the Premiership is all about.
It reminded me of a goal we scored for Newcastle against Leeds, remember, last minute, and I was on exactly the same situation. But he made a difference when he come on. For me personally, I fought a little bit to get him here, because I know how much of an outstanding player he is. For a forward, he's a dream, and he made a big difference when he came on.
Could you sense it from the bench, Nobby? There was an edginess about the crowd, an atmosphere, particularly in the first half.
Well, yes, it was quite difficult, because I think Sunderland do very well, defending very well. That's why, well, like I'm saying, I thought maybe we had a chance if they need 2 good balls in the front, because with the pace, Bellas and the Carlton Cole in front, they need a good final ball, and was lucky today to score, and he scored as well. I'm happy for him.
For you, Craig, how good is it to be back?
Yeah, delighted. It's, obviously I've missed the last month due to my hernia groin sort of thing. So, the last 2 home games I've played here at West Ham, I've had to come off, with the groin injury. So it was nice to complete 90 minutes today, and nice to get my first Upton Park goal, which means a lot. But most importantly, we got the 3 points, and just keeps us in a little bit of distance in the top half of the table. Now hopefully we push, the next couple of games to get into cement our position in the top half.
A much-needed home win had given Alan Kirbishley's men new confidence, but Portsmouth had begun the season well under Harry Redknapp and weren't about to let their season start take any dents at Fratton Park.
This is Nico Brancart from some distance. What a stop from Green. A sensational dive. He's just kept that out. And that dropped comfortably for him. Cole. Solano! How did he miss it? A fantastic cross from Cole. There's no touch though. Solano should have scored. Maybe he's for the subs bench. Benchiani's shot. Green again saves West Ham. He clawed that away. Etherington. Carlton Cole off the bar. Solano. He's missed another gaping opener. It's hard enough that the ball comes off the crossbar, but what was Solano doing? Just got to find a way through. Appeal for handball has been given in injury time. Could it be a cruel finish for West Ham? It's Danny Gabbidon. Benjani against Green. He saved it!
What a magnificent save from Robert Green!
Looking at the replays, I don't think the penalty was inside the penalty box, and whether it was the intentional handball or not, then it was another thing. With 5 minutes ago, we'd have said probably disappointed to take a draw, but with 1 minute ago, we said we'd be pretty pleased.
Next up, ex-Hammer Ian Dowie's Coventry for the next chapter in West Ham's Carling Cup campaign.
Best goes up for this one. Ball back in as well. Under some pressure here at the moment, and Osborne, the free kick taker, clips it in early. Oh yes! Jay Tam gives Coventry the lead.
No one followed the runners. It's a great little ball from Osborne, clipped to the far post. Tabrett running in. There was two of them running in on the far post, and no one had followed the runs.
Time against West Ham now. As Upson signals where he wants the ball played. McCartney forward too. Well defended by Deseu, back in by Boamorte, and it's in! Great response.
Well, it wasn't the sweetest of strikes from Boamorte, but it went through that crowded penalty area, and it really didn't give Andy Marshall any chance in the goal. Cleared out, and Boamorte just stays outside the area. Up he gets his volley in, and where does it come? It just comes up the defender there. Just the deflection takes it past Marshall, but not the best of strikes, hits it into the floor. And there's the slight deflection. Past the keeper. He's got no chance.
Keep the pressure on here. No foul. It's Carlton Cole to win it for West Ham United in the dying seconds and send the Premier League team into the quarter-finals.
Well, I just think they needed that one opportunity, and the strength of pace of Carlton Cole finishes it off. I think Turner tries to get the wrong side. Not Turner, I think it's McNamee on the floor over this side, but I think it was Turner who tried to get the wrong side, and he wrestles him off down the middle. Ball comes down the middle, and it's just the pace and the power. There you go. Gets round the wrong side, not a foul for me. Just brushes Turner off it and beats the keeper. Cool finish in the end for Carlton Cole, but that's really cruel on Coventry. But what a time to score for West Ham. Well taken, Carlton Cole. Pace and the power, too much for Turner.
There will just be enough time for the restart. The perfect moment to score.
The boys dug in right to the end, and I think we deserved the goal in the end.
How big a test of your nerve was that right at the end there?
Well, I didn't think about it. I just done what was tried to do what was natural and put it in the bottom bins because the goalkeeper showed me a lot of the goals, so I just done it what was natural.
Do you think the best team won? Do you care that the best team won?
I don't really care. As long as we're through to the quarterfinals, that's all that counts.
It's been a tough time for you at West Ham trying to get the fans to take to you. Do you think this gives you a big boost in their eyes now?
At the end of the day, I'm here to play football and I'm going to give 100% whenever I play. Whether the fans are on my back, whether the fans support me, I'm always going to give 100% for my manager and my team.
What was not working in the first half? They were in control, weren't they?
Yeah, they was in control. We just had to change it. They were playing 4-3-3 and we were playing 4-4-2 at the start. We changed to adjust and we played 4-3-3 with me up front, lone striker, like we did on Saturday, and we adapted well and we got the win that we deserved.
And when you win a game like this to get to the quarterfinals in this manner, does it give you belief you can maybe win this competition?
Yeah, when you're playing football, like games like this, sometimes you need a bit of luck, and we dug in right to the end and we got what we wanted.
October 2007 saw just one Hammers win out of a possible 3 in the league, but with continued progress in the Carling Cup to the quarter-finals for the first time in 9 years, the potential for new trophies for the silverware cabinet remained. A lengthening injury list, however, did not raise hopes too highly for the moment amongst the Upton Park faithful.
There's a couple of sides this year. You mentioned Villa, you mentioned Portsmouth, all spent heavily. I think if you go through the Premier League, I think there's at least 10 teams that spent more than West Ham. I include Sunderland and Fulham in that. Portsmouth was one, Villa were one, Tottenham were one, Man City were one. But they managed, all them teams managed to keep the players they bought fit and have played a big part in their season. And they've been consistent sides. I think Portsmouth, obviously Man City until the run-in, but Villa as well, have been consistent because they've managed to keep the players they bought integrated into the team, and that has never been the case with us. But once again, I think we had a decent month. We found ourselves probably mid-table.
First up in November was to be Gary Megson's Bolton. Megson hadn't long arrived at the club and was anxious to show that his side could perform away from the Reebok as well as at home.
Jääskeläinen having problems. Upson off the line. Back with Neil. In by Bowyer. Mate, some desperate defending here by Bolton. And it drops for George McCartney. What a collector's item this is. It's his first club goal. Not just for West Ham, but in his time with Sunderland as well.
Well, indecisive defending, enough bodies in there, but no one really having the power and the strength to really get that ball away. A header at full stretch, well competed for by Upson, and then the spectacularly taken right foot volley. Not his best foot, you wouldn't know, would you? Terrific shot, eye on the ball, beautiful technique, the swivel. What a strike, it's a beauty.
Samuel's throw. Comes out to Gardner. Samuel again. Mikulek and a goal from Kevin Nolan in the 3rd minute of added time. His first goal since February.
Give Bolton some credit. They got themselves back in the game, and you know, we looked as if we was wilting a little bit, and lots of changes going on, and trying to get to the end of the game really. And you know, when that 4 minutes went up, you're thinking, cool, we could have done with a couple. But we was in a position where we should have just run the clock down. You know, we was in their box with a minute to go, and opportunities perhaps to be professional, perhaps to take it in the corner, perhaps to attract a tackle, etc. And we never did it. We crossed it to see if we could score the second, and we've paid the price. You know, it's a big blow, 2 points dropped.
Derby County had been out of the Premier League for a good few years and was struggling at the foot of the table after nearly 4 months. West Ham were to show them no mercy in what proved to be their best away win for over 45 years.
This is Solano, now Boamorte. Oh, right on the edge, that looks like a free kick for handball against Griffin.
Well, that's a strange decision. Was it inside the box there, Griffin? And he's pushing forward here. No, he's outside. Maybe uses an arm to stop the ball reaching its destination.
Boamorte poised as well for West Ham. It is Solano! Oh! Well, Derby saved by the woodwork. Terrifically floated free kick by Solano, and he's so unlucky.
I've seen him do that on numerous occasions. Very, very good from those positions.
Now Etherington. Boamorte. Solano's searching ball for Cole, and it's a real opportunity, and Bowyer will take it. West Ham, on the face of it, have a deserved lead. Lee Bowyer, the man who's brought it to them.
It's a lovely cushion header by Cole here, into the path of Bowyer. Nobody picking Bowyer up at all. Does he control that with his arm? He may well do, but he knocks it through the legs of Bywater to put West Ham in front. As you rightly say, Daniel, a deserved lead for West Ham United.
Another opportunity too now, that's a better ball. Picked up by Lewis. Oh, and Miller arriving! Oh, best chance Derby have fashioned.
Eddie Lewis does ever so well to keep this ball in. Good right-footed cross.
And the clock has ticked round. It is now over 8 hours since Derby recorded their last Premier League goal. In from Pantsil, that's a dangerous ball. Bowyer, Etherington! And Derby are punished for the missed chance. West Ham have surely wrapped up their third away win of the season.
Bowyer, Etherington, not under enough pressure here, Etherington. Just picks his spot.
West Ham hungry for more, and Etherington with a wicked ball into the box there. Griffin to defend it. Darren Moore getting ahead on that. It's Lucas Neal. It could go anywhere. It's Spector. Oh, it's in! It definitely crossed the line. And Jonathan Spector will claim his first ever goal in English football. And if there was any doubt now about the result, it's certainly been put to bed now.
They made sure this time. Darren Moore just smashes it left-footed. And he stops it in the line. I mean, it's Eddie Lewis that stops this in the line. And then just squirms through his legs over the line.
Morte move left, this is Solano. Bowyer's made a run, but he'll use Cole. Bowyer arriving! They're rubbing salt into the Derby wounds now. Lee Bowyer with his second of the game.
Terrific run forward by Bowyer. Look at the ground he's making up here. He's saying to Cole, on you go, who's it across now? And I'll get on the end of this. Smashes it past Bywater. Well, we really need to get ourselves organised now, Derby County.
Morte wins his team another free kick. This is once again more in the Solano position, I think. Although I think there will be a few takers here. It will be Solano, it will be 5. A fabulous free kick from the Peruvian. And it's more punishment for Derby County, more delight for West Ham United. Nobby Solano's first goal for the club.
This is a real embarrassment for Derby County now. Fabulous free kick. Bywater's got no chance. The bend, the accuracy, enough power. Let's get a lot. That's brilliant.
We felt that if we came here and played and got going, we'd have a chance of getting the result. And but you got to go and do that, you know. And the first goal was vital, and we got that and settled us down. And I think put Derby under a bit more pressure.
First 20 minutes, we had some good counter-attacking opportunity. We had an opportunity to score on 2 or 3 occasions. We were let down by quality, by final ball, and then to lose that first goal, the heads went down too easily. And after that, it was men against boys.
Last year's home defeat against Spurs was West Ham's incentive to hit form. This season they were favourites to win the local derby that always guarantees an Upton Park full house.
That really was a bit of a let-up. Kabul's clearance charged down by Luis Boa-Morte. Wants to get onto his left foot. Solano, beautifully done. Carlton Cole, West Ham are ahead. Splendidly worked, and give all the credit in the world there to Nobby Solano, but what an error by Yunus Kabul.
One day Ramos certainly knows these are the problems he's got to eradicate from Tottenham's game. They are going to be more successful, because that's a complete giveaway to West Ham. Carlton Cole puts them 1-0 up.
Yeah, look what it means to Alan Kirbishley. Cole. Has put West Ham ahead in this fixture, and they might have another chance here with Boa-Morte, and Robinson to the rescue for Spurs.
Good take from the keeper. It was a nice move by West Ham. Again, Carlton Cole's involved, and we're talking about that confidence now that's come into his game.
Flag stayed down here. Robbie Keane. Was he fouled there by Green? He claims he was. Mike Riley is saying no. Well, there's a controversial incident if ever there was one.
First of all, was Keane on? Keane's offside, you know. I thought he was just offside there, but the ball goes away. And I have to say, I think Robbie Keane goes down because he isn't going to get the ball, you know. I'm not sure how much contact, real contact, there was between goalkeeper and player. And maybe Mr. Ali might have got that right.
Looking for a charge up the table. Not happening yet for them. Still time.
Yeah, 25 minutes to go, still plenty of time, and if they were to get one in the next few minutes, well, it would make a really interesting last 20.
Jermaine Genius. And the header from Dawson. And Tottenham are level. He climbed well. He sprang brilliantly and put the header into the back of the net. And Tottenham are level. Green came for it and was nowhere. Ashton. Cole. Ashton again. Instinctive effort. And then Robinson, who really is in fine form today, saves again. He's having a very, very good game. Etherington plays it in and off the line. The header there, and West Ham United so easily could have had a winner here. McCartney's header it was that was cleared off the line inside stoppage time. Spurs got a winner in stoppage time here last season through Stalteri, and now it's Defoe attacking against his old club. And Mike Riley gives a penalty kick. Oh my goodness me. What do you think?
Oh, I think that's a little harsh.
Now, is Defoe going to score in this game again for the 4th season running? This really would be rubbing salt in West Ham wounds. Their old player. Boos ring around Upton Park from the West Ham fans. Defoe can win it for Spurs here. Oh, and Green saved it! What a finish here. Green, who was the villain of the Spurs equaliser, redeems himself in the most spectacular fashion.
Well, he certainly has redeemed himself, because you know that's a fantastic stop.
Fortune's not always hiding for West Ham.
We're getting tired as the game was going on, was having to change it and make substitutions, and no, so I'm pleased with the point. I think we deserved it. I think Tottenham probably, with that penalty in the last minute, would be very disappointed, but I think we deserve the point.
2 home draws, but sandwiched either side of the Hammers' most emphatic away win for 45 years, continued to confound the critics and leave the fans hoping for improved home form.
What I think about Rob Green is, and I've said it to him, perhaps he should dye his hair a bright colour, and then perhaps he'll be noticed a bit more. You know, that's how I feel, because he's very, very consistent. You know, nothing much goes wrong. He puts his game in, which is normally 9 out of 10 or whatever, and goes home. With all these injuries coming along, I think you'll find that perhaps the back 5 was the only section that stayed constant until the last 7 or 8 games of the season, and it was beginning to develop into a back 5 that wasn't going to concede too many goals.
Hammers' away form this season has been superb, with 5 wins out of 8, but they don't come tougher than an away trip to Chelsea, as Alan Kirbishley knows only too well.
Cole's done well again there to get in the way, and Solano's in, tries to lob Cudicini, and I think Cudicini got a touch to that. Well, certainly Solano thinks so.
Clever play. Cudicini got back. He would have tipped it over.
Drogba wins the first header. Joe Cole, great chance. Cole, 1-0. Breakthrough for Chelsea.
West Ham defending very well because of our player in the midfield. It was not easy to play. First half we didn't play so well. Second half we played better. But I think we deserved the winning.
I think we had some outstanding performances. You know, the back four, the keeper, the back four. Midfield got the grips of it. We just didn't, when we got in that final third, especially the second half, there was a couple of moments which were going to be vital moments, and we just didn't create enough.
Ewood Park was recently Lucas Neal's home from home, but it still might prove the place to be today, following on from Hammer's famous win here last season that started the escape ball rolling for manager Alan Kirbysh.
Here's McCartney. Ashton! Dean Ashton has stolen the lead for West Ham. Cole's to let it go, and Ashton puts West Ham ahead. Dean Ashton again. Can't really do anything with him. Solano's cross. Oh, what a great stop from Friedel. West Ham more and more into this game. Friedel's made a great save there. A better effort. Oh, a lovely trick. Santa Cruz is here! He's missed a real chance to equalise for Blackburn. The great ball in. Lovely first touch, but he's blasted it over.
I think we've come here today and we've worked ever so hard, like we did at Chelsea last week. And, you know, once we scored, I think, you know, Blackburn then put a lot of pressure on us. And, you know, we dug in and perhaps just didn't have that little second, the next ball to finish them off. But, you know, I think we've come here today and done a really good job. It's a massive week for us, and that's the first leg. Been through quite a few emotions over the last 12 months. It's gone very quickly, and, you know, you asked me around about February, March last year, I could have told you it was going painfully slow, but it's gone very quickly, and I just appreciate the job even more now. I think I appreciate what the club's about. Obviously, growing up with it and playing for it and being around it for so long, but until you actually sit here, you don't realise what it means to a lot of people. And you know, everywhere you go, there's a West Ham fan, and you know, when we was going through that run, they were supportive, but as I say, couldn't quite understand it. And now we're doing okay. There's a few more smiles around. All I would like to do, and I said it when I came in, is that, you know, we're trying to build something, and you can't do it. I don't think you can do it quickly. I think we're trying to build something here and hoping to lay some foundations this year and to push on.
Ball through the middle, chance here for Cole, and he's turned it into the goal. And it counts. Well, Everton went to sleep there. Carlton Cole avoided the offside trap, and he's scored his fourth goal of the season. Neal just looks up. The ball into a raging gap in the middle. Howard dived, and Cole managed to get it over the top of him. Well, what happened there as far as the Everton marking is concerned, I really don't know. This is Carsley. Carsley to Pienaar. Pienaar with a shooting opportunity here. He's got three around him. Chance for Osman, and he scores! Leon Osman equalises for Everton. Now here's a chance perhaps for Yakubu. The ball's been dropped, and Yakubu's turned it home. Incredible! Well, what a comedy of errors.
You know, we lost the cup game, which was a massive disappointment. We went into the league game knowing full well the importance of it, and that again was a very tight game.
It's all very tight in there, not much space. Could break for Lundberg here. It's a super stop. Magnificent save by Tim Howard. Freddie Lundberg looked destined to score. Doesn't the goalkeeper do well? It's good interchange of passing by West Ham. Lundberg makes a really good run, doesn't he, where he wasn't tracked, got the lucky break. That's a fantastic save. Great reactions from the American. He's looking for Dean Ashton, who's gone for goal. Oh my word, it would have been some goal as well from the man plucked from Crewe Alexandra by Norwich. Scott Parker got a bang on the head. A really brave diving header. But West Ham, while everyone was looking at Parker, just got on with it. And Dean Ashton very nearly made Everton pay. That's really unlucky. Wonderful technique, wonderful skill from Dean Ashton. And very close. Now Pienaar. Now Leon Osman opening up for Everton a bit here. Pienaar has stayed down. Arteta will deliver. And it's going to be Yakubu! Everton in front. Yakubu has stung West Ham again. Philip Neville away. And that's come off Upson. And Andrew Johnson has a clear run here. And he's gone for goal. And he has given Everton the 3 points with a typically clinical finish.
Goal for Everton scored by number 8, Andrew Johnson.
It's not a ground that West Ham have had an enormous amount of success at. All the records are there to be broken, as Alan Kirbishley knows. Stuart Downing, the free kick for Middlesbrough. Headed back and tucked in by David Wheater. Just what West Ham did not want. A wonderful free kick headed back. Wheater was there to put Middlesbrough ahead. Well, suddenly made a mess of this one. McCartney boosts it back. Camera. Here's Ashton. What a strike from Dean Ashton. His second on the road this month. And it's put West Ham right back in this game. Camera, a little touch, got out of the way, and Ashton, a fearsome shot that was in the back of the net before the keeper had moved. Southgate looks concerned, as well he might be. Solano, it dropped! Fabulous save from Schwarzer, and he had to be quick to get that. There. Neil plays Parker in. Scott Parker, he's walked it in! In the dying moments of this game, Parker has scored a winner for West Ham. A fantastic individual goal from Scott Parker.
It's a massive result for us, considering the disappointment we had last week with the 2 defeats to Everton. To come here and bounce straight back is fantastic, and great credit to the players.
West Ham blew away Reading at the Madejski Stadium earlier this season, but Steve Cobble may have a few secret plans to hatch for this Boxing Day fixture.
Oh, that's a strong challenge from Gunnarsson. He could be in trouble here. He's off. Brynjar Gunnarsson penalised for a 2-footed challenge there on Hayden Mullins. McCartney to float in the free kick here. Hanneman came, it wasn't convincing. And finally Reading get it clear. Marcus Hanneman caught in 2 minds there. It ended up coming off his thigh. Lucas Neal's made a run through the middle here. He's got it to Carlton Cole, who tried to play the 1-2. It's Norberto Solano. It's 1-0 West Ham. Fine finish from the Peruvian international. Lovely bit of skill to make the room for himself and finish with some aplomb. James Harper to take the corner kick for Reading. Still trying to find a way back into this. It's Shorey. Kitson. Oh, he's found the back of the net. Dave Kitson with a superb finish to get Reading back on terms. Shorey involved. It was a lovely pass. And Kitson on the turn. Hit it first time. Corner from Noble. Oh, off the post. Parker with the shot, and it's blazed over.
The goal we've let in was a shocker in terms of collective defending, and so we're massively disappointed. You know, we feel as if we've dropped 2 points, and Steve probably thinks they've gained a point.
Alan Kirbishley celebrated a win over Manchester United in his first game here just over a year ago. But Alex Ferguson's table toppers look more of a handful this season.
Mullins. Neil. On to Cole. It's a good layout. And onside. Oh, against the post. Oh, what a miss. Unbelievable. Noble knows it. And so does Mullins.
He wasn't offside. Mullins has to go high because of the goalkeeper coming out. Noble's got to adjust his body and just keep it low, and he scores.
There's Brown for Manchester United. Neil watching it with Tevez, who cleverly took that out of the sky. That's a lovely ball by Sahar as well to pick out Giggs. Ronaldo well placed in the middle. Oh, splendid goal! He's on a hot streak at the moment, this boy. Ljungberg. No foul, well, if it was, the referee's going to play on anyway. Solano goes for goal! Brilliant save! It looked odds on, an equaliser. Kuszczak pulled a great save out of the bag then.
He's got some ability, hasn't he, Solano? Great awareness as well. Uses the run for a little bit of space, and he's just trying to loop it over there. Great agility, good hand by the goalkeeper.
Takes control. There's a poor touch by Parker, but again, West Ham get it back with Noble. Cole! Oh, another great opportunity goes missing.
Good delivery again. And I was free in the air as well. No one close to him, no one marking. Just trying to be too precise with his header.
Anderson. That's a clever ball. Now that could have been a handball. The referee has pointed to the spot.
It was handball. Spector's been done by the flight. The body language. He knew straight away. He was struggling. Whether he knows he's got a defender behind him, but there's contact. It's handball, no doubt.
And the one man you don't want to see stepping up to the spot is Cristiano Ronaldo. Already got one goal in this game. Is he about to make it two? And surely seal the points for Manchester United. No! He is human. Even superstars get it wrong sometimes.
Well, Green's gone the right way, and he normally does that with his penalties, but the biggest surprise is he doesn't hit the target. If the goalkeeper saves it, you can give all the credit to the keeper, but a player of his stature and his standards and his level, you expect him at least to hit the target.
Surely fouled Pansel there, he did. I don't know why he's complaining. He stepped across in front of Pansel. Clear foul. Just wait for Matthew Upson to join Cole and the others. Also, of course, now Anton Ferdinand. Another aerial threat here. Upson makes a late run towards it. Oh. Touched away for a corner.
Looked a threat, haven't they, from set pieces? Upson, Ferdinand, Ashton, good flighted delivery, bodies in amongst them. And just at the far post, Wes Brown just gets enough contact to get it away from Ashton.
Hansel went for that. Another corner.
look at Anton Ferdinand. He wants to score, he wants it in the back of the net, and he gets it. But for me, it's all about the delivery, and then it's about the strength and the power to put it in the back of the net. What's the odds of him getting two?
As Noble takes a useful one. Oh, it's unbelievable! They've scored again, and it's Matthew Upson with his first ever goal for West Ham. Are they going to beat Manchester United again?
It's all about attacking the ball. Upson comes in, he's unmarked, and what a powerful, strong header that is. Noble again, just flights it in there, just invites someone to attack it. He's not disappointed.
Well, I enjoyed it when it ended, because I know Man United can get back at any time, and they put us under a bit of pressure the last 5-10 minutes. But it was a strange game, I think, in some respects. It never really lifted off, and we found ourselves one down against the run of play, I felt. But obviously, I think the penalty miss was a big turning point. Not only did it give us a chance to get back in it, but it galvanised the crowd, I think. The crowd were up for it, and the players, we got ourselves back in it, and you got that West Ham noise. It was a bit of a noise here for the last 20 minutes.
We really earned the result. Everybody worked really hard, and we played well, and on the day I felt we deserved it. I've been dying for a goal, so it's come on a great day and a great occasion, so I can't ask for more, really. On these games we've applied ourselves really well. It's something I think we need to learn from and apply that same level of focus and determination every week, regarding whether it's Manchester United or Reading or whoever comes to Upton Park. We need to set about them in the same fashion. I'm sure there'll be more upsets before now and the end of the season. Every week Manchester are expected to win as part of the pressure for playing for a club like that, and days like this happen. So I'm sure there'll be a lot more upsets.
West Ham could have finished December poorly after their disappointment at exit from the Carling Cup, but brilliant form over the Christmas period was rounded off with a stunning third successive win over the Premier League leaders and champions, Manchester United.
I'm yearning for the time that I can go to the top four, or when we play the top four, and really have a team that I know can cause them problems. And I know I've got that team within the squad, but we've just not seen it yet.
Arsene Wenger's Arsenal have been playing some of the most entertaining football in the top flight this season. But West Ham are still the only Premiership side to date to win here at the Emirates.
Here's Fabregas for Arsenal. Excellent ball in. Eduardo! What a start! Brilliantly taken by the red-hot Eduardo. And West Ham barely last a couple of minutes before going behind. Justin Hoyt, who's made a present of it to Carlton Cole, will have a shot. Took a deflection off Torre and ended up going just wide of Almunia's post.
That's what Cole's got back into his game now. A lot of confidence, a lot of power. There's only one fault in Carlton Cole's mind now.
Adebayor, Green has missed it. Can he get there, Adebayor? Cut back, off the post and in. Arsenal have their second as West Ham are caught out at the back. Applause from the manager, and Arsenal are taking control at the Emirates.
The worst possible start here today at the Emirates. Go one down after a couple of minutes, and a goal that we're not used to conceding, really. It was poor from our point of view, as was the second. And, it was an uphill battle after that, but great credit to them. They dug in, and, I can't ask no more. They was out on their legs near the end.
So, John, that's a disappointing result for everyone today, wasn't it?
Yeah, so much disappointed about the first two games that we conceded. It was so early that killed the spirit of the team. That's why we couldn't come up, and we tried to do our best to overcome it, but we couldn't make it. But next time, I hope you're going to learn from this and then keep our heads up.
I mean, after obviously Man U, where we put all that effort in, I think the manager, this is kind of one game too many, and a lot of the team was sort of tiring as well. Do you think that was a factor?
Well, every other players were working hard to get something, but due to that, we see people tired, and I mean, it's part of it, and we hope we're going to keep our heads together because we have more games ahead of us, and we have to forget about what has happened today and then focus and get the rest of the games on, so that at the end of the season we could put ourselves in a better place.
I mean, obviously, first Premier League start for you in a while. Although it was a disappointing result, you must be pleased to be back involved with the team.
Yes, it's much disappointed for me, much because I came into the game and I want to do something. I want to take the 3 points from Arsenal, or if not, the West should be draw. But unfortunately, we have lost the game, and I'm so much down. And I hope the next game we're going to make it.
Nice to hear the fans sort of singing your name and singing some songs for you as well.
Well, I was so happy, you know. I always love the fans, and then I love the way they always cheer the players up. And then everywhere we go, we see the fans, the numbers. They are very, very great people, and we love them. And I always, whenever I'm playing, I see the fans that give me more strong to play. So I love the fans, and I always want to see them in the numbers.
So Jack made your Premier League debut today. Can you tell us how you felt when you even found out you were just going to be on the bench, and when the manager told you?
I mean, obviously it was a little bit of a shock to be involved. I mean, the gaffer's brought 17 people here, and I didn't think I'd be involved, but he told me earlier at the hotel. So I had a little bit of time to prepare, but I didn't expect to come on in the first half for Freddie Ljungberg.
But you must have sort of enjoyed the day in general, warming up and being on the bench with your pal James Tomkins as well.
Yeah, obviously me and Tonka have been travelling a lot lately. Both been working really hard, and I think both got a reward today by being on the bench. Unfortunately, Tonka didn't get on, but I got on myself, so it was good. What
was kind of going through your mind when the gaffer told you to warm up and that you'd be going on?
Obviously, he's told me to warm up because Freddie was struggling. I was a little bit shocked, and then he's called me over and said, "You're going on." I didn't have much time to think. I just had to stick my shirt on, and I was on the pitch.
It's a difficult situation to come on again, you know, being 2-0 down against Arsenal. Did he sort of give you any particular role to play, or just to kind of get on and strengthen the midfield?
He told me to try and get close to Fabregas, try and stop him playing, but obviously when you come to Arsenal, a team like that, they've got so much movement and interchange. It's obviously hard, but I just done my best.
How do you feel you played?
I think obviously against these good side, I think I struggled a little bit, but you know, I can only get better from here, I think.
I mean, what's it like to be playing against world-class players, against like Arsenal, like you say, an amazing stadium like this as well?
I mean, obviously Arsenal, one of the best footballing sides in Europe, so to come on against them, it's just, you don't see the ball for a couple of minutes. Then when you get it, you've got to work hard to keep it, so it's just a big learning curve for me.
And pushing on, obviously, it is quite a depleted squad we've got at the moment, but it does mean players like yourselves will get a chance. You know, you're hoping to kind of maybe keep a place and push on now?
Yeah, obviously really looking to push on. I mean, it's a great start to 2008. And I mean, players like myself, James Tomkins, be looking to get in there while the players are injured and just do our bit for the team.
Well, after spending big in the summer, both these sides will see the FA Cup as a realistic chance of silverware this season. Here's Noble. Mullins to Dean Ashton. Michael Balterby. Well, the combination of Hanan and Ball bringing Dean Ashton down. The Manchester City pair clearly feel that Rob Stiles shouldn't have given a free kick there. Lovely footwork from the big West Ham striker. You would think that Mark Noble will be the favourite to hit this. It's within shooting distance, but there's so much claret and blue in there. And the height of Cole and Ashton might just swing it in. He's gone for goal, and that's a fine save from Joe Hart. Maybe took the young goalkeeper by surprise, but he quickly scrambled across his goal. Etherington. Chased by Vassell. Couldn't get it off him though. This is Castillo. There's Petrov outside him. He's found the Bulgarian as well. Castillo! Goodness me, on his debut, agonisingly close to his first goal. He started it all himself, and the deflection fell to him kindly. Michael Ball. Petrov, such a tricky customer. It's not a bad ball in there either, it's Ireland! Well saved by Robert Green. And the ball from Petrov was a searching one. Vassell couldn't make much of it, but from that tight angle, Ireland nearly did. Ashton. Carlton Cole just got there. Oh, it's lovely skill from the big striker. Not a bad ball either. Reed. Ashton! Fingertip save from Joe Hart. All the hard work done by Carlton Cole. Reed just kept it going. And Ashton very unlucky.
Well, it was a tough game. I think both sides were evenly matched today, and Man City have come here on the back of a great result. And we knew it was going to be a difficult game. I think we probably created the best chances, but it wasn't to be. So we fight again.
Dean Ashton hasn't always found himself starting for the Hammers this season, even when he's fit. And he'll be looking to get on the score sheet today against Roy Hodgson's struggling Fulham side here at Upton Park.
Oh, completely missed by Rob Green. Oh, can you believe that? A defensive howler by West Ham. Spectre. Shesky couldn't get there. This is Ljungberg again. Looking for that spark. In towards Ashton! It's the equaliser. Dean Ashton could hardly miss from there. His 6th of the season.
He really makes him pay, doesn't he, Ashton? It's a great headed goal from a great cross. Aaron Hughes, you've got to be in front of him. Half a yard in front of the striker, you can prevent that. But he isn't.
Ashton, Cole. Ashton sees Etherington in space. Brilliantly done. And Cole near post. Comes back to Etherington. Ashton takes it down. Oh, and saved brilliantly onto the bar.
Hughes learns his lesson from the goal. He gets in front of Carlton Cole for this cross. Etherington crosses it. Hughes gets in there, good clearance. Comes back out. And there's Ashton here with a shot. And what a good save that is. Tipped onto the bar. Super save.
8th corner for the Hammers. Noble. Away by Simon Davis. Mullins gives it back to Noble. Will he get there? Oh, he does well. Oh, yes, Ferdinand! What a shot that was from the centre-back. His 2nd goal in successive home Premier League games.
I think this is the key, though, Gary. Everyone's switching off. Defenders thinking it's away. It's not. Noble back in. And there's a slight deflection as well that beats Naomi.
A really soft goal. I mean, good delivery from Davies, but it was a really soft goal, and we've had to claw ourselves back into the game, and we did that. And I'll probably say it's a tough afternoon, but we created the best chances, we created the most chances, and probably deserved to win it.
Chaluka. Petrov eager for possession. Second bite at the cross. He's beaten Neil. And Bianchi off the angle. Turned in. Elano has broken the deadlock for Manchester City.
the opening day of the season. That's Sven-Göran Eriksson's men came to Upton Park, got the surprise result of the day. 2-0 away win. Kerbishley will be looking for revenge, as well as for the FA Cup defeat. Good enough start. Here's Ljungberg. He's lost that one again, he had it back. Noble's won it back. Here's Cole. What a fantastic goal from Carlton Cole! All the skill was his on the right foot overhead. A sensational start for West Ham. It's Petrov's corner. Left-footed into the danger zone. Ljungberg couldn't get it out. Back to Petrov. Hammered in again. And Vassell. A messy, scrappy goal. But City are level. Gets it back. Ljungberg corner kick. Lucas Neal, the captain, is right. Plays it in. Here's Noble. Under the left foot, he couldn't keep it down. Real chance for West Ham. He could tap it back, bar Morty did in the end. Ljungberg. Great stop, and he had to be down quickly. Did Joe Hart. Didn't see much of it. Noble's corner. Hart's punch. Only out to Ljungberg. West Ham press again. The second goal must be on its way. Not a great header. Mullins deflected wide. Another chance goes begging. In the rain, Kerbishley knows his men have done enough to win this game. Here's Cole. Here's Noble! Hart's legs keep it out. And Bowyer couldn't get on it. West Ham, how they haven't scored a second, difficult to see, but a great stop from Hart. Keeps City in this game.
We're disappointed we've only took a point. I think we probably deserve to be the first team to win here, you know, and I think Sven agree with us as we come off, but we've played here twice now, Wednesday and today, and probably should have got more than we have out of the two games.
Alan Kerbishley beat Liverpool to Lucas Neal's signature last season, but beating Rafael Benitez's mercurial Liverpool team is always going to be a very different proposition altogether.
Jamie Carragher has conceded what could be a rather dangerous free kick right on the edge of the box.
Well, he can't have too many complaints because he climbed all over Carlton Cole.
Anton Ferdinand has gone up. It's flicked across the face of goal, off the bar, and Liverpool heave a sigh of relief again.
Pepe Reina had no chance with it. All he could do was look on as the ball crashed against the underside of his crossbar.
Free kick is nodded behind by Steven Gerrard. There's still time for a corner kick. There'll be some roar if West Ham can produce one here. Noble with the corner. Cleared by Liverpool. Bowyer didn't get hold of it. Cole Knight! Etherington. It's Ljungberg. Is that a penalty? It is. Penalty kick to West Ham in the final minute of stoppage time. Jamie Carragher's foul, and West Ham have the chance to win the match with what will surely be virtually the last kick. Last gasp drama. It's Noble. It's in. West Ham United have the points. They've beaten Liverpool for the first time since 1999, and the agony continues for Rafa Benitez and Liverpool.
It was a tough game tonight. You know, I think Liverpool top side, and put us under a lot of pressure without really creating the chance. And you know, I must admit, with a couple of minutes to go, I'd have took the point. But you know, it's great that we've picked up the free and puts us in striking distance of the clubs just above us now. And you know, let's see if we can attack that.
A great ending to a frustrating month saw Hammers' interest in domestic titles end for another year. To beat Liverpool for the first time this century, however, was a magnificent achievement for Alan Kirbishley's men and the cool head of Mark Noble. All that was left now was to concentrate on building a run of form to climb the Premier League table.
Personally, I'd have took the cup game. You know, I'm looking at West Ham, I'm looking at our tradition, I'm looking at, you know, where we were during the season, and we attacked the cups. Unfortunately, lost out to Man City. They went off to Sheffield United, which could have been an interesting game, to say the least. But we came at the end of that month. Where was we again? 10th.
Wigan have enjoyed success at Upton Park on many occasions in recent years, but usually find their home fixtures against West Ham ending up pretty pointless. However, new manager Steve Bruce is likely to be uninterested in this recent JJB Stadium history.
And it's looped in. Only Kevin Kilbane's second goal for Wigan. And it's come at a vital time, right at the end of the first half. Oh my word! How on earth did that stay out? Robert Green just gathered it back into his arms like nothing had happened.
That's got to be one of the worst Premier League pitches I've ever seen, and I don't know whose fault it is or why it's happened. But a lot of teams have got to be prepared, and when they come here, because it's going to be difficult if it stays like that. And you know, I don't take nothing away from Wigan because they've got to play on it as well, and it is difficult.
Birmingham manager Alex McLeish had turned things round at Birmingham as the Hammers were about to experience firsthand.
Hetherington to try and get past McFadden, who blocks down, concedes the throw for West Ham. McFadden had to be back to help out. It's only Forsell who stays forward. McCartney's throw. Carlton Cole and Ashton both climbing, and Lundberg's there, back post! And Freddie Lundberg gives West Ham United the lead here after just 7 minutes, but Birmingham will not be happy with that defending.
It couldn't have been any easier. Long throw came in, and McCartney flicked on by Carlton Cole. Lundberg not offside, you can see he times his run perfectly. And Murphy just lets him go on the far post.
Well, Lucas Neal allowed McFadden to get away from him there.
It's a penalty, Andy. I think it's a penalty. Mark Clattenburg had no hesitation. There's a little drag back, that's all you need, and that is real clumsy stuff.
It's James McFadden for Birmingham, and that is the first penalty that Robert Green has conceded this season. Birmingham on level terms with quarter of an hour played.
Well, Robert Green guesses right. He tries to skip one way and go the other. He's had a good success rate with pens this year. Doesn't quite get there, you can see. It's a good penalty from McFadden.
He finds Carlton Cole. It's nudged on for Bowyer. Flicked on for Ashton. Laid off for Etherington. Wonderful move. Great fluidity from West Ham there, but Etherington just couldn't finish it off.
Good one-touch play again. Ashton out wide to Etherington, but going for that near post. You're not going to score there.
Fabio Capello keeping a close eye on the English contingent here today. McSheffrey forward. Forsell's turned his man across the face of goal and not far away.
Lovely little turn from Forsell, across his body, going for the far post. I think Rob Green's beaten.
Mullins wins it. Neal heads on. Bowyer for Faubert. Oh, and that's a lunging challenge by Mullins, and Mark Clattenburg not happy with that challenge from Lee Bowyer. It didn't look to be the worst of the lot, but still Bowyer is sent off. Johnson is back on his feet, and Lee Bowyer is sent off.
Well, Bowyer goes for the lunging challenge. Straight red is the challenge. That's the one from Mullins, and there's the late one from Bowyer. The late lunge, red card.
We're as frustrated as the fans, I think. You know, we started off very well, got our goal. Really disappointed with their goal. We don't think Lucas done too much for the penalty. Mark Clattenburg obviously see it differently, but we was very disappointed with that. And for most of the first half, we perhaps looked as if we might have increased our lead, but it wasn't to be.
Wide is Julien Faubert. Short ball inside. Good cross the far post. Zamora's waiting now. What a finish from Bobby Zamora. And West Ham take the lead for the first time in this game. Chested down well, but look at this. What a strike from Zamora. Birmingham, who have controlled this game for long periods, find themselves stretched at the back and indeed behind. Faubert again. Cross to the near post. And Zamora makes it 3-1. An intelligent ball from Faubert. Hitting in the danger. Zamora got there first. West Ham have 3. The old Zamora strikes well. Zamora, more and more time it seems as the game goes on and he gets into his stride. Faubert into injury time now. There's Zamora! And he has his hat-trick in injury time from a fabulous cross from Faubert. Zamora is back, and that can only be good news for Alan Kirbishley and the first team. 4-1.
He's been out a long while, Bobby, and so it's good he comes back. I think that's his second 90 minutes he's played for me. He played in the friendly last week. He's an outstanding athlete. In my opinion, he's one of the best forwards in the Premier League when he's fit, and I've told him that on many occasions. It's great to see him score a goal with a header, which is pretty rare, but we've just got to be a little bit careful as to when we bring him back. Obviously, we haven't got anything this weekend, and then we play Fulham away. But he could be a real diamond to have in the running for Kerbs and Mervyn, because he can really turn games, he can score goals. I don't want to speak too highly of him because he's a big enough character anyway.
Kirbishley knows it's a crucial game for West Ham and a London derby against a Fulham side that have been struggling this season. Header out from Dempsey again. The West Ham putting the pressure on. This is Noble on the right foot. A little flick. 1-2. Faubert it was on the ground who hit the return, and Niemi pleased to see that one past his post. Only just. Solano outside of the right foot, straight through to Ljungberg. Just blocked. Trying to turn a great cross, and Cole! No direction on the header. He got up there, but straight at the keeper. Lovely cross from Ljungberg. Thought he might have done better. Ljungberg again, and West Ham more and more looking like the side will score. Neil, and it's through here to Solano! And Nobby Solano has given West Ham the lead right at the end of this game. And Niemi couldn't get the better of him, a suggestion of a hand, but Hammers have the lead. And it could be 3 points.
West Ham could look back on a full hand from February's fixtures, pleased that a relatively quiet month finished with an excellent and hard-earned late win at Craven Cottage, where the Hammers remain unbeaten in the top flight since 1966.
we was picking the points up, and at that stage, I was quite confident. I was getting one. Bobby Zamora was on his way back. I was quite confident Fulbert was on his way back. And, we had one or two of them coming back to stake a little bit of a claim and to give us them fresh legs. I was hoping in the running that we'll get a few of them back, fresh minds, fresh legs, fresh enthusiasm, to give us a little bit of a lift, because I knew that these players were playing week in, week out, and it was becoming a bit tougher.
Alan Kirbishley had felt his West Ham side unlucky to lose at Chelsea 1-0 earlier in the season, but Avram Grant's outfit were now beginning to hit some pretty explosive form in the league.
And a good ball by Cole in towards Salomon Kalou. The challenge from Anton Ferdinand, and he's pointed to the spot here, Peter Walton. Ferdinand's challenge means a penalty for Chelsea.
It's a rash challenge from Anton Ferdinand.
And Rob Green, who has been a real penalty specialist this season, he's only been beaten once in the Premier League with 5 penalties taken against him. Lampard scores, Chelsea lead. Anelka, first to react, picks out Joe Cole. Oh, brilliant! The former West Ham boys have come back to East London and scored within the space of minutes. Lampard now, spun too high for Kalou. Ballack! Chelsea are on fire, another beautiful goal, and Michael Ballack is now in on the act. It's 3-0 in the first 22 minutes. Lucas Neal. West Ham free kick there, keen to get on with it. Luis Boa-Morte goes to ground, and the free kick goes Chelsea's way. Now, Luis Boa-Morte, I'm not sure he didn't flick out a leg there at Frank Lampard. If the referee has seen that, then Luis Boa-Morte will be in real trouble. Frank Lampard. Now, what had gone before Luis Boa-Morte's kick from Frank Lampard has earned him a red card. To Carlton Cole again, got there ahead of Carvalho and steers it towards goal, but what a clearance by John Terry out of the very mouth of his goal. He preserves Chelsea's clean sheet for now. McCartney, Carlton Cole.
Brilliant clearance from John Terry, but Carlton Cole should have scored. He reads the danger so quickly, gets back and volleys it off the goal line.
10 men continue to frustrate West Ham's 11, and it could get worse for them here. Joe Cole is through, saved by Green, followed up by Ashley Cole! His first goal for Chelsea puts the game beyond West Ham.
Dirk Kuyt with the cross, Torres! 1-0 Liverpool after just 8 minutes here at Anfield. Clinical finishing from Fernando Torres. Steven Gerrard. Ryan Babel, twisting and turning. Gerrard! Great save by Robert Green. Must have saw that leg. Worked his room for the cross, Ryan Babel, and it was a good one as well. Picked out Gerrard beautifully. Dirk Kuyt, anti-red shirts in the middle. One of them's Torres! There's that Kuyt-Torres combination again, and Liverpool lead by 2-0 at Anfield. It's Torres again, he's on a hat-trick, he's got it. Here's Steven Gerrard. Can he make it 4? Oh, he can! Stunning goal.
2 4-0 defeats and now Spurs. Could Hammers stop leaking goals pitted against their old enemy?
Tom Huddleston over the ball. Dawson and Berbatov! What a brilliantly placed header by the Bulgarian. Huddleston again. Berbatov again! Oh, can you believe it? What is going on in that West Ham defence? Dimitar Berbatov has made a wonderful start here with 2 cracking headers. Huddleston. Beaten from Boa-Morte. Another foul from Boa-Morte, and it's going to be a yellow card.
See there, he gets the ball. I mean, he's followed through from behind, certainly catches Tom Huddleston.
Spector with the header. Lennon and Boa-Morte. Oh, Boa-Morte with the challenge on Lennon. Referee reaches for his pocket. I think he's going to be sent off here. What a miserable first half for Luis Boa-Morte, and what a crazy challenge.
Just a wild lash at Aaron Lennon.
Juande Ramos will be pretty happy. He's won 15 of his 30 matches since taking charge. Ball in the middle. Lennon leaves it. Chance for Gilberto! His first goal for Spurs on his first Premier League appearance. And what a way to bounce back. Lovely ball. Oh, bent! His 100th goal. He's got it at last. And it's 4-0 to Spurs. 3 4-0 defeats in a row for poor old West Ham.
An away win. Started West Ham's great run last season against Blackburn Rovers. Beat them again at Ewood Park. How Kirbish's men would love to do the double over Mark Hughes' side this afternoon here at Upton Park. Ferdinand with Santa Cruz. Samba's head! He got there first, couldn't keep it down. Really causing trouble in the Hammers' defence. Pedersen has got away from McCartney, and it's there! And it's Santa Cruz, and Blackburn have the lead. Great cross from Pedersen, fabulous header. Zamora's cross in. Ashton nearly crept in. One striker to another. Friedel just got there. Wins it again. Lovely turn from Ashton. And that's an exquisite finish. Ashton has an equaliser for West Ham. Got to the ball before Friedel. It's 1-1. And Freddie Sears, a debut. 15 minutes to go. Can he be the man who breaks the deadlock? Through ball, Ashton's found some space here. It's got to Sears, and again! High drama at Upton Park. A tiny striker with a giant of a goal on debut. Freddie Sears.
It's been taxing 7 days, I must admit, and you know, we needed a result. Whatever way we got it, we needed a result, and to put the icing on it, you know, young Freddie's come on and give everybody a lift, because it's great to see, you know, young players coming through, and he's one of them.
I was calling for it, and I know what Dino's like. He's got a great brain in that, and he just picked me out, and obviously had a shot, followed up the rebound, headed it in.
Hammers had struggled at Goodison Park over the years, and this season the challenge of the trip up the M6 looked even more awkward than usual.
Neil has found Ljungberg. Boa-Morte has made ground to go into the centre.
Interesting, because Ljungberg's built to exploit any space like that. You can see as soon as Baines has gone down one side, they're attacking in the space that's left by him. Needed a better cross from Freddie.
Noble once again with a set-piece delivery. It's a really good one too, and it's off the frame. It was Tompkins on his debut.
And that young man denied a goal in his debut by the woodwork.
Nice turn, Yakubu. He's got the finish. He's got a thumping finish, and Everton have the lead.
Yakubu feels Tompkins, bit of naivety, and I don't think Tompkins will have played against anyone strong like Yakubu before. He just bulks him, watch him, lets him run, lets him go, rolls him, and there's a striker at the top of his game.
Noble looking for Ashton. Oh, chance here! Ashton on the turn after a right old muddle in the Everton defence.
Maybe this angle will show you if it comes off the defender's boot last. No, but the pressure's there, and it's enough to put Ashton off his strike, and he knows how important that equaliser could have been.
Parker might break for Ljungberg. Whistle's gone.
He's brought it up for a foul against Parker. I think Parker does get caught as he's going through.
Ashton. Oh, the foot of Tim Howard has saved Everton from conceding a late first-half equaliser.
There's all sorts of drama in there, and there is a superb reaction save from Howard. That's not easy, you know.
Dangerous area. Ashton! 1-1. Trademark Dean Ashton.
No pressure on the ball. It's travelled a long way. Good competition, and he's used his physical presence. Ashton now has to attack it, and he gets up and above Jagielka.
Well, here is Sears. He's making a name for himself, isn't he, in the top flight. Noble. Lovely return. Noble! Oh, wouldn't that have been a grandstand finish?
Just the simplicity and intelligence sets up Noble. Noble has no hesitation.
One goal to win it. Maybe Sears can do the business for West Ham again. Oh, it's off the post and away by Jagielka. What an impact this young man is making on the top flight.
All created by Ashton's flick. Little touch. He must think this game's easy.
Overall, I think that we was quite strong, but you need the goals, and the biggest problem we've had is that we have been on top in games, but we don't quite get enough goals to finish teams off, and that was the case today.
Thought we was in. I was already off celebrating. I thought just hit the post, but it's just inches away. He was gutted by him, but could have been a hero twice into the reach. It's really unbelievable, but just got to get on with it really and keep going from there.
Roy Keane learned most of his managerial tricks from Alex Ferguson, including the importance of a mouthful of chewing gum for meditation. Alan Kirbish's side had conceded 9 goals in their last 3 games on the road. Could the defence keep out Sunderland on this wet Saturday afternoon?
Gone for the return. It's Ashton though. Oh, off the woodwork. Gordon couldn't get there. Ashton coming within a whisker. Took it first time as well. Carlton Cole. It's Freddie Ljungberg for West Ham. Oh, took a deflection and it's taken it into the back of the net. Looked to come off Nyron Nosworthy on the way through. Yeah, it did. Whitehead to Andy Reid. Richardson in space here. Tutu Amat in the middle. One of them is Kenwyne Jones. Sunderland back on level terms. Kenwyne Jones with his 7th of the season. So well found by Richardson. Dean Ashton now to Carlton Cole. Oh, what a save. Wonderful work from Craig Gordon. Well, that was fortunate. It's broken to Kenwyne Jones. Murphy! He won't believe he's missed that. It's going to break for Reed. He might just have won it in added on time. His first goal for Sunderland. Brilliantly taken on the volley, and that's what it means to them.
March was the month that saw West Ham throw in the towel on their positive goal difference due to 3 successive 4-0 defeats. Nevertheless, the debuts of James Tomkins and Freddie Sears showed that the Youth Academy could still produce quality performers at all levels and made the prospects for next season look very bright.
When I'm old and grey and, looking back on my career, I can't think of a worse week you can have of results. I can think of a worse week. No, I've been heavily beaten, but not like that. But, I looked at playing Chelsea and Liverpool on the spin, and if they get it right, they can hurt anybody. And there's no consolation or excuses or whatever. But you do know the top 4 teams. We know how difficult it is, the top 4. But that was an horrendous week. We took a lot of stick. The negative press that I was hoping had gone away from us the previous season started to come back. And we knew no matter how we did it, we had to bounce back against Blackburn.
Next up were FA Cup finalist Portsmouth, and Harry Redknapp got the usual East End welcome from the fans who remembered his many memorable years here as manager. It was a ground he'd already won at 2 years in succession as Pompey boss, and he was still in the hunt for a 5th place finish in the Premiership.
Ashton, Solana. Oh, it's come through here to Zamora. He's round James. Surely no. Oh, an amazing miss for Bobby Zamora. So fortunate that it went through to him the way it did. The pass from Solano deflecting off Mendes. And it was that touch there that just slightly took him away. Have Portsmouth got a goal in them, looking for their 9th away win of the season. This is Cranshaw. Again, he's looking to make room for a shot. And Mvuemba. West Ham with lots of claret and blue behind the ball. This is Cranshaw. Oh, what a great goal that is. Nico Cranshaw picking his spot and finding it beautifully for Portsmouth. He's had a few sighters. Ferdinand's header is to Parker, now it's Norberto Solano. Oh, David James wasn't sure it could let in Freddie Sears here. He's got to be careful, James. And Freddie Sears couldn't keep it in. Just a bit of indecision involving Distan and David James. And any contact at all there on Freddie Sears and the young striker would have gone down. Just managed to pull back his hand in time, David James, in the nick of time.
I think it's been a mixed season for me, really. Personally, it's not been great, but as a team, I'm pleased with the way things have gone. For me, I would probably want the season to be carrying on, obviously, but it's not to be. In a way, I suppose I can go back now. Get fit, get really fit, and hopefully come back next year and stay fit and play games. Really, it was my 2nd time coming back. It was probably my 6th, 7th game, I'd made on the run, really. So, that was probably my highlight, scoring my first goal. And, there's not been many this year for me, but, that's one which has probably stood out for me.
You've started the last 7 Premier League games now for Bolton Wanderers. You see Laskalainen is a casualty. It's an injury which will keep him out until the end of the season. It will be Laskalainen's farewell, suggesting that he will leave the club in the summer no matter what. Samuel to deliver the cross, and it's a good one. Hanging hopefully in the air, but it's been cleared off the goal line. Bolton are claiming that it crossed the line.
J-Lode Samuel to the back post.
Davis wins it. It's up above Upson, back across the goal. It's a good goal line clearance from Spector.
And by Camper. Do it again for Davis. He's got the flick on. El Hadji Diouf has put the ball over the line, and it has been ruled out for an offside. Frustration again for Bolton Wanderers. What they must do now to make the breakthrough.
I just wondered, Tone, if he had actually left that ball, would it have gone in? Lovely flighted ball in from Campo. I think it's Nolan who gets the flick on. Now, would this have gone in?
It's a very, very tight decision indeed. It did look from that angle as though El Hadji Diouf, although he applied the final touch, was just onside. Here's Davis, tipped away by Green. Repeatedly Kevin Davis has been denied. Repeatedly Bolton have been frustrated.
In the first half, it's numerous crosses have caused problems to West Ham. Early in the second half, ball in from El Hadji Diouf. Davis wins it. Robert Green makes the save.
Davis now on the goal line. Swung in by Taylor. And it's been put in eventually by Kevin Davis. Reward at last. It's his 100th career goal. And it has come at a crucial time for Bolton Wanderers. Open by Zamora, looking for Ashton. Fisted away by El Hadji. And cleared off the goal line by Cahill. There's a chance there for Boamorte. And the pressure still being applied here. It's Ashton! Magnificent save. Wonderful stop by El Hadji, who was guilty of the initial mistake which presented West Ham with their first chance.
Spectacular scissors kick, and a quite brilliant save this is from El Hadji to deny Dean Ashton.
You know, I've got to be thinking that we've played another game. It's another 1-0 defeat. We've been losing by the odd goal, and we think that we're better than this. But it's been very difficult. You know, every week in, week out, we're coming to games a bit patched up, and I don't think it's going to change between now and the end of the season.
West Ham United play the bottom side in the Premiership, Derby County, already relegated. It's the first start for Freddie Sears and James Tompkins, graduates of the West Ham United Youth Academy. Jill was manager here at Bradford City. Fantastic game in February 2000. It's George McCartney with the kick for Hammers. And Zamora! It's easy for Bobby Zamora, but it's his first goal for a year. And the relieved man puts West Ham ahead. Savage! Fabulous stop from Green. You would have seen that late. Savage got the header in, Green tipped it over. Only on his mind, championship football next season. So, it's a ball from Garley to Tyrone Mears, and he's finished beautifully. Derby level, it's a goal that's been coming, and ex-Hammer Tyrone Mears delighted to score it. Noble. Good ball, Lindberg and Cole. That's the goal West Ham needed to get the points, maybe. Lovely play from Lundberg and Noble, and Cole was there, the substitute.
A couple of goals come on, and perhaps I did know what I was doing. You know, that's the chant that goes around a lot now. But you know, we just needed to get the result, and you know, I know everybody here at the club. If there's a word I could perhaps use for what's happened at West Ham and for me this year, is frustration.
West Ham's penultimate home game. Obviously looking for maximum points today against Newcastle. Two nail biters there. Keegan. McCartney's cross. Scooped in by Noble! And like he did against Bolton last season, Noble, a fabulous finish to McCartney's cross. Timing exquisite. Long clearance. Good flick back from Zamora. Here's Dean Ashton. turns wonderfully well, and Dean Ashton gives Hammers a 2-0 lead. He turned brilliantly there to put Hammers comfortably into the lead. Opportunity there. Setting aside 2-0 in front. Femi Martins. And Newcastle have one back. Just 5 minutes to half-time. Tompkins stretched but couldn't reach it. Wonderful finish. Nicky Butt. Newcastle just to wrestle the advantage from West Ham. Cross from Bay. Shot comes in, it's deflected, and it's Jeremy who's pulled Newcastle level right on the stroke of half-time off George McCartney's shoulder. Keegan can't believe his side have pulled back after going 2-0 down in the first 20 minutes. Is Robert and Ashton! What a save from Steve Harper. He had seconds to look at it. Lovely layback from Carl. Excellent save from the Newcastle keeper.
Playing so well for 40 minutes and racing into a 2-0 lead, which could have been a bit more. To go back in at half-time 2-2, I think we let them off the hook really.
I didn't have a lot of holiday last year. I only had a short time. So, and the year before that I didn't either with injury. So I'm happy this summer that we've got a friendly and only one friendly, and then I'm off for the rest of the time. So that'll be nice to just get away and chill out.
With just 2 matches to play in the Premiership, West Ham looked likely to finish the season in the top half of the table, where they'd been for most of the year. Injuries to Ljungberg and Ferdinand were typical, but Alan Kirbishley remained upbeat about the future and Hammers' visit to Old Trafford the following weekend, which had a radically different backdrop to the visit at the end of the previous season.
Players that have been playing have done great. We may not have been doing as well as everybody wants us to do, but we've held our head above water. Young players were getting an opportunity. We wasn't playing well, but we're West Ham. Being a West Ham player, being a player coming to play at Upton Park, being a manager coming to manage at Upton Park, and now being the manager of West Ham, I do know it's quite demanding. And at Upton Park, the atmosphere, the fans, they demand certain things. When it's going great, it's second to none. And I think the running last year proved that they carried us over the line, especially at places like Wigan. If they want more from us, if the fans want more from us, we've got to deliver. I ain't got a problem with that. And, I've said recently, let me get my team out there and let's see what we've got, and we'll see where we're at then.
Unlike at this stage last season, Manchester United could not now afford to slip up against West Ham at Old Trafford if they were to keep ahead of Chelsea and win the title. And they set about their merciless mission from the very start of the game.
And here goes Cristiano Ronaldo in familiar style, and in familiar style he scored. Only 3 minutes gone. His 39th goal of a quite incredible season. And from Alan Kirbishley's point of view, all the plans that he will have been working on all week have just been ripped up. Ashton himself has poised on the near post here. And Van der Sar in trouble. It took Evra's intervention to keep that out.
Was able to get above the big Dutchman and get a touch onto it. Yeah, Tompkins with a header back. No, it's Bobby Zamora actually who gets the nod on.
Back from United again. Hargreaves. That's dangerous. Oh, would you believe it? Ronaldo found the ball drifting straight onto his thigh. He looked to see if the offside flag went up. It didn't. He scored again. As Tevez hits an absolute screamer. It was always going to happen, wasn't it? He scored here for West Ham last season. A crucial life-saving goal for them. Now can Ashton sneak in here? Oh, what a goal! Have I spoken too soon? Well, that was a brilliant finish by Dean Ashton.
He's under so much pressure, doesn't get anything on that header really, only straight up in the air, and he just out-muscles Rio Ferdinand. There you go, strong arms him, and Van der Sar can't do anything about that, almost ends up in a side netting. Great athleticism from Dean Ashton, that's a great finish.
Well, 40-odd years ago, the great Dennis Law made goals like this almost commonplace in his wonderful Manchester United career. Ferdinand quickly in, and something's happened here. Clash of heads that made the referee instantly whistle and stop play.
Well, there's a headbutt from Nani into the chest, and a second one into the face.
Well, he's got to go off for that, surely. He has to go off. I call it a clash of heads, which it was, but it was a very deliberate clash of heads, and I cannot see how Nani can remain on the field. Well, now this could, there's the red card, this could give a very interesting twist to proceedings. A moment of madness by the Portuguese international. That clearly was a red card offence. Carrick. He doesn't shoot too often. He ought to shoot more often. Michael Carrick, with the aid of a deflection, has restored Manchester United's 3-goal lead.
It's probably my best goal of my career, and I've had quite a few doubters this season, thinking whether I'm going to get back to my best, and I feel like that, that's just sort of proof that I am. Well, obviously, felt a little bit frustrated at the start of the season. Obviously, to be back from injury, I was desperate to play, but at the start of the season wasn't really a big part of the team. I was just coming off the bench and playing the odd game here and there, and missed, a lot of the big games against the big teams. So a little bit frustrated in that sense. But I feel as the season's gone on, it's got better and better for me. I feel like I've been able to show that, I'm back properly from my injury, and I'm playing as, hopefully as well as I have been in the past recently. And I feel like I've ended the season really, really well.
And obviously you've won Player of the Year or Hammer of the Year this year. Fans have voted you their sort of top player. When you first heard that, how did you feel?
First I heard that about 3 seconds ago, so that was quite pleasing. It was obviously very pleasing. I've got a good rapport with the fans, love playing in front of them, love playing for the club, and it's as frustrating a season as it has been for the fans, and they obviously they recognise it. People are putting in hard work, and that's a wonderful achievement for myself. It's something that I failed to do in 10 years at Norwich, and so in my second season at West Ham, it's really pleasing.
A brilliant hot summer's day is traditional for the final day of the season. Today is no exception, and Villa have come to London's East End knowing that if they win, they'll definitely be in Europe next season. Win for Aston Villa, coupled with defeat for Everton, who are at home to Newcastle, would mean that Aston Villa finish 5th. Some defending to do at the moment though, Lucas Neal. Here's Boa-Morte, it'll come to Ashton, poor control. Well, he should have buried that, but Martin Larsson made sure that he didn't get the opportunity to. They've got a little bit lucky there, West Ham. There's a bit of a breeze as well. Solano with the free kick. It's in. It's 1-0. And Nobby Solano, against his former club, dampens Aston Villa's European aspirations. It's the first goal of the final day of the season. Carson, he got a hand on it. You probably saw that so late though. And Nobby Solano, his 4th of the season. It's the 49th career Premier League goal for him. Well, it's a perfect start for West Ham. Petrov. It's come from Petrov once more. He thought for a split second about having a long-range shot. I tell you what, Ashley Young's in here. It's 1-1. Now West Ham are screaming that it was offside, but the flag stayed down, and Ashley Young has brought Aston Villa back on terms. West Ham felt the Rio Coker fouled there, but the referee was adamant that he wasn't. And it's through here for Gabriel Ogbonlahor. It's into Carew. It's a great block by Robert Green. It'll come out of Stiliyan Petrov. And Green, he's taken Stiliyan Petrov there, did he? No, the referee has given it as a free kick to West Ham. And Stiliyan Petrov is going to be yellow carded for diving. He just seemed to stub his toe into the ground, and he's certainly not rolling around looking for a penalty at all. Well, he's done really well there. In the end, the ball is towed away by Parker, but it's come through to Gareth Barry, and Gareth Barry, he tees it up instead for Rio Coker, who shoots. It's blocked. It's in there now. It's Gareth Barry, and Aston Villa have come from behind to take the lead. They lead by 2 goals to 1. Well, Aston Villa, as far as the UEFA Cup is concerned, are doing their part of the bargain. They're winning. There's Bernmorte. Rio Coker tried to take it off him. The crowd were appealing for a penalty. Well, Lewis Bernmorte's still got it. He's done very well there. Oh! The frame of that goal rattled for the 2nd time today. This time it's Zamora. Ashley Young hit it in the first half. Well, he got up well there. And it was all down to what Lewis Bernmorte had done. Couldn't get the shot in himself. Eventually found a colleague. And Scott Carson was beaten. But the woodwork coming to his rescue. Parker. Pansel. Blocked by Young. Oh, Stiliyan Petrov left it, and it's an equaliser. Well, he's into double figures now for the season in the Premier League. Dean Ashton, it's West Ham 2, Aston Villa 2. Well, there's a couple of minutes remaining, but as it went through there was the opportunity for it to have been cleared, and Stiliyan Petrov, I think he felt that a teammate was in a better position to do so, but Dean Ashton was lurking, and when Ashton gets this kind of opportunity, it's thump, and it's picked that one out. It's a fantastic goal as far as West Ham are concerned. It's a poor one defensively as far as Villa are concerned. Corner kick. Still a chance. Well, this may very well be the last significant action of the game and of the season. Here's the chance for Ashley Young. Can he win it? It's an own goal, is it? No, it's not over the line. I thought it was. It looked for all the world like a West Ham player had touched that over his own line, but the linesman said it didn't cross it. Drama right to the death at Upton Park. As the final whistle goes.
I mean, it's the first season I've had where I've not been fighting against relegation in the Premier League. We've played majority of the season with a consistent back four. That helps, and you know, the boys have defended magnificently in front of me, and it's just pleasing to be part of a team that's, you know, not looking over shoulders on the last day of the season, trying to fight away out of a relegation battle. So, on the whole, it's been a good season.
The Hammer of the Year for 2007-8 was a popular choice. England's #1 goalkeeper, at least as far as 32,000 Hammers fans were concerned, Robert Green. Narrow runner-up was virtual ever-present and Mr. Consistency, George McCartney. The awards ceremony was completed with the presentation of Most Improved Hammer of the Season, which went to new squad member and reserve team captain Jack Collison. Junior Hammer of the Year went to season debutant and future first-team regular James Tompkins. Strange and sometimes brilliant season, but one which West Ham in the end couldn't wait to finish. Too many injuries and distractions from the day-to-day urgency of the Premier League season had taken West Ham away from their goal, which was to climb another few positions and set out their stall as one of the city's most entertaining and high-achieving clubs. But there is always tomorrow, and given time, there's still a strong belief amongst the fans that Alan Kirbishley can truly improve, even on his excellent achievements at Charlton just a few seasons ago. It's going to be a brilliant tomorrow.
It's been a very difficult season. I've been at the club 18 months and I feel as if every week has been tough, you know, and but I've got to get on with it, you know, and I'm one of them sort of people that the next game is another opportunity. Send everybody home happy. And my big thing is that this summer I need to get them injured players fit. I need to have return dates for them so that I can plan for next season. And you know, if the Bellamy's, the Dyers, Footy Fit Fullbear, etc., Ashton gets a decent pre-season under his belt. Zamora, who has played 6 games for us this year, you know, gets through the pre-season. That I've got a squad, and let's not forget the 6 centre-halves that are out at the moment. I've got a squad that can compete in the Premier League, and I'm very enthusiastic about that. And if you're asking me what I'm looking forward to next season, I'm looking forward to a fully fit squad, and let's see what we've got, because I know that we can enjoy better times.